My loving regards to all of you. All the good hearts, devotees of Mahaprabhu, our beloved divine couple. So today's topic of discussion, something very beautiful. How to have Sharanagati. It's not so much around what is Sharanagati, how is Sharanagati, but how to have it. Are you covering both what is Sharanagati and how to have it?
So for those who doesn't know what Sharanagati is.
Of course. Before how to have Sharanagati, how to practice it in life. Of course, we must know what is the definition of Sharanagati. Do you have that book, Prapanna Jivanamritam of Guru Maharaj? Prapanna Jivanamritam, Life Nectar of the Surrendered Souls.
That you brought this time?
No.
Last time?
It's one of the famous books.
Oh, no.
Prapanna Jivanamritam. That whole book is practically dedicated to explanation, to the explanation and giving illumination to the life of Sharanagati. So Sharanagati literally means life of loving dedication. Okay. Sharanagati means dedication, love dedication, or devoted love. So loving dedication towards who? Loving dedication towards the Supreme Absolute Divine. In other words, loving dedication or loving devotional service to the Supreme Absolute Divine, our beautiful divine couple, Radha Krishna. So, Sharanagati means pure devotion, pure dedication, dedicated love or devoted love or loving devotion towards the Supreme Absolute Divine, which reveals as Supreme He and Supreme She, both ways. We have to understand the supreme object or supreme subject, supreme goal of all our devotional worships, loving worships, has to be in personal form. Ultimately, they have to be in the supreme personal manifestation. Because following the rules of cause and effect, system of cause and effect. See, the supreme absolute truth cannot just manifest only in some impersonal energy form, but it has to manifest also personal form, very much personal ways. Otherwise, the conception of the Supreme Absolute Truth, Supreme Divine Truth remains incomplete. Incomplete. Because only the impersonal, inert, blind force, impersonal, inert energy form of reality cannot be just self-sufficient, self-sufficiently realized, because it cannot realize itself. There has to be realizer. So, energy form of the Supreme Absolute Truth mostly remains by itself as it is. Okay, so like object, more objective ways, energy form. But when we speak of the subject, means one who is feeling, who is experiencing that energy reality. So, object of experience and the very experiencer, the subject who is experiencing the objective ways of the energy flow, all pervading infinite energy form of the Supreme Truth. If the Supreme Cause would not be person, we would also not have personality. Something which is not present in the cause cannot be in the effect. Understood by common sense. Anything which is not found in the cause, which is not found in the origin, cannot come in the effect, cannot come in the result. Anything which is not found in the source, how can it come?
What?
As the effect. So, cause produces the effect. Understood? So, if we are all personalities, little personalities, if we are all individual, we all have personalities, personal ways of feeling, thinking, willing, then our supreme source, supreme origin, supreme cause, supreme absolute cause cannot have personality, cannot be manifested in personal way, only impersonal way. How can it be? Then it becomes the concept of the Supreme Absolute Lord, Supreme Absolute Divine Being, Absolute Supreme Absolute Reality becomes inadequate. The very definition, the very concept of the Supreme Absolute Divine becomes insufficient, inadequate, not complete, incomplete. Therefore, we have to realize both kinds of manifestation. Supreme as we find in the nature, man, woman, some in between, neither man nor woman. So, similar ways is also represented in the cause. I will come to the point why I am describing all. So, personality means, some person means one who can feel, one who can experience, one who can realize. Supreme energy can also experience itself in a very mystical, wonderful way. But the personal kind of experience of the energy system of the manifestation of the Supreme Truth can only be done by personal experience. Matter cannot experience matter. Material energy, a subtle energy cannot experience itself if there is no personal way of feeling, thinking, willingness. So, object of experience and the subject who is experiencing the object, objective energy form. So the very conception of the Supreme Absolute Divine Being is the combination of unification of both aspects, energy form and personal form. And then it becomes complete. Shukadev Goswami Prabhu beautifully explained that the Supreme Truth manifests in three ways. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Sabdati. Badanti tat tattvavidam stattam yaj jnanam advayam. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Sabdati. Manifests as in the form of Brahma, in the form of Paramatma, Super Soul, ultimately in the form of Bhagavan, transcendental personal form. Because in the personal form, when it is Supreme Personality of the Supreme Absolute, then it is understood that the energy conception of the Supreme God and the personal form of Supreme God both are realized in that state of realization, personal realizations, through relationship, sambandha jnanam. Mahaprabhu laid a special stress of the sambandha jnanam, sambandha abhidheya prayojanam, we all know. Sambandha jnanam means the knowledge of our eternal, I repeat, the very knowledge of our eternal, immortal, ambrosial love relationship between our Supreme Source and ourselves, between our Supreme Cause and we the effect. Why I am explaining all this Siddhanta? Now coming to the point. If we do not have any conception of the personal relationship, personal love relationship with the Supreme God, Supreme Absolute Divine Truth, then there will be no question of Sharanagati. Okay, that's why I just made some groundwork. Yeah. There is no real conception. There is no real conception of Sharanagati. Personal loving dedication, personal devotional loving devotion in relation to the Supreme Person, Supreme Being, if it is only in the Brahma way, impersonal, all-pervading energy from Brahma way or Paramatma way. It is only possible between Supreme Bhagavan and the devotees, devoted lovers. Well, question may arise, what? Jnanis cannot have? The jnanis, follower of those who relate to the Supreme Absolute Divine through more knowledge and consciousness. Okay, it's a conscious knowledge. There's no so much feelings of love, direct love feelings, but more through they relate to the Supreme Being more through like meditative feelings that may have some feelings of love, may not have. Like we understand many things through hypothetical way, through logical sense, hypothetical sense, through intellectual way. We understand, we relate to many things in our lives, deal with many things in our lives, in different fields, not necessarily being filled with loving attraction towards them, but understand them, deal with them more through the faculty of knowledge, through intellectual ways, intellectual understandings, okay, and through logical sense, ethical sense, sense of duty, some awareness, and we deal with those. See, they're also parts of our life, but we do not have, necessarily we may not have loving attraction towards them, feeling love relation with them and dealing, no. In a similar way, jnanis can also relate. Jnanis can relate to the Supreme Absolute Divine in the more energy form, more through intellectual knowledge, consciousness. There may or may not be real loving dedication, love, attraction there, which is found in the field of personal relationship. More personal love relationship, that of reciprocations, loving reciprocation. So, the way the yogis do, they also, so jnanis and the yogis take lot of bliss, no doubt, lot of ecstasy, lot of bliss, blissful experience in order to relate to the Supreme Divine Truth, Supreme, all-pervading Divine Truth. So they also, yogis relate in the form of Paramatma, soul and super soul. But mostly both of them, both these classes do it through meditation, meditative feelings. Meditative feelings. Like the way in the dream, on the plane of dream, we feel many things, relate to many things, experience many things, perceive many things. Okay, and we get affected, realize certain things, but it may not be all those experience and realization will be full of love, dedication and love, attraction. Just awareness. Just relating, understanding things through consciousness, through our thought process. Some feelings through the thought process. May not be necessarily with love, dedication. It's not. Mostly it's not. So the jnanis and yogis can be mostly relating to the Supreme Lord, Supreme Absolute Reality as Brahma, Brahma energy form, Brahman and Paramatma, Super Soul. On the higher level of their realization, they take a lot of ecstasy and bliss, lot of happiness, satisfaction, ecstasy and bliss, but of that category, of Brahma realization category, Paramatma realization category. It's not that there is no feeling, no experience of bliss and ecstasy over there. No attraction is there. It's not that. There is attraction. They also have a lot of attraction when they relate to the Supreme Absolute Lord, Absolute Truth, through the path of Jnanam, through the path of meditation, to relate to the Super Soul form of the Supreme Absolute. They also feel a lot of attraction. But the nature of those attractions, nature of their attractions, no doubt blissful, but the nature of those attraction may not always be filled with loving reciprocations in a personal way. Intense loving reciprocation, intensely love attraction in a personal way, because there is no so much personal relationship there. And so, but the concept of the Sharanagati, wholesale, wholehearted, loving dedication to the Supreme Absolute Being, beautiful Lord, comes more through personal relationship. Personal love relationship. Transcendentally personal love relations between the Supreme Lord and the devotees, beloved Lord and the devotees. That is only found in the field of relationship between devotees, Bhakta and Bhagavan. Not on the levels of Brahmeti, Paramatmeti so much, but Bhagavaniti. Level of Bhagavan realization. So real, full-fledged, most beautiful, ecstatic conception, realization of Sharanagati, pure loving dedication, pure loving devotion, pure loving devotional relationship with Supreme God, between the soul and the Supreme Absolute Divine Truth, can also only be found with a devoted, lovingly devoted or devotedly loving, personal, intimate, personal relationship. Prema. If there is no conception of relationship, divine relationship, loving relationship, there cannot be true conception of Sharanagati there. Can never be. The true, real, full-fledged conception or experience or realization of Sharanagati. No. Meaning, dedicating to who? When the question of dedication comes, to whom? How can you dedicate? To the infinite, all-pervading, limitless energy form. Just think of, I want to lovingly dedicate myself. Lovingly dedicate myself, devote myself, okay, to the effulgence, all-pervading, infinite effulgence, all-pervading, infinite space and time, all-pervading, infinite sky and like sunrise energy, sunset. They're all beautiful. It doesn't work. We can relate to them, enjoy them, experience some very happy moments with them, relate to them through consciousness, and we can enjoy how wonderful they are and have some enjoyment, some happiness. But again, the relationship of loving dedication cannot come unless it is more personal love relations between person and person. And that's what is natural in our life. How long can we go out? See, we can go out, and how long can we be living our life with space and air and, ocean water or majestic beauty of the mountain, or in other words, infinite space and effulgence, light and air. How long? For a while, okay. But then we have to come back home. We have to be in family. We have to be living our life in beautiful, happy family. That's more natural. A similar way, much more natural, naturally beautiful and ecstatic, to have family relation, personal love relationship with the Supreme, Absolute Divine. More natural, more fulfilling, more complete, ecstatic experience. That ecstatic, blissful experience is not just only through knowledge. Knowledge is also there, not just only through knowledge and consciousness, through feelings of love attraction. Much more than knowledge experience, much more than happy experience, ecstatic experience only through knowledge or consciousness, much more than happy and ecstatic experience through in-depth meditation like the yogis do. Ecstatic love experience. And there comes Sharanagati. In order to explain about this reality, because a lot of confusions there, here and there. In order to explain about this reality, so long I made the groundwork. So, Life Nectar of the Surrendered Souls. That book was translated. Prapanna Jivonamritam. Life Nectar of the Surrendered Souls. In other words, see, the term surrender, as it is used in English, the term surrender, cannot exactly express the mood and mode of Sharanagati. I think rather better is the term loving dedication expresses better. Surrendering means I'm helplessly surrendering. That I'm surrendering. Sometimes it may mean I have got nothing to do because I have surrendered. I cannot take any decision. I have got nothing to do. I don't know what to do. I have surrendered. To whom I have surrendered, he has to do everything. He has to do all planning, he has to take all decisions for me, he has to do all planning for me, what would be best for me. So I am totally dependent on him and his decision. I have no responsibility to do anything because I am just surrendered. But while we know I am dedicating, then there is position of mind. This is what I am dedicating out of my love. I am giving. I am giving my love. I am dedicating. I am devoting. Meaning the position of I is there. It's not completely surrendered. So, devotion is there. So, here Sharanagati means more submissive, loving devotion. Submissively devoted love. Not exploiting love. That is not even love in the first place. Anything which is selfishly planned, to have some business of some kind of contract, mutual business, that of give and take, that is not real love. Okay, that's not the real love divine. Because in that kind of mutual love of enjoying each other, as soon as that enjoyment disturbs, all love is gone. Everything is falling apart. That's very mortal, fragile. It's not transcendentally, it's not spiritually qualified love. not divinely qualified love. It's a contract based on selfishness. Here the loving dedication is being explained about much higher, much beyond that, much transcending that futile, limited concept of selfishly understood love reciprocations, like some kind of business contract. It's nice, taking care of each other, nice. It may be good, but it's not better or best. So, what loving dedication we are talking about here is of transcendental devotional quality, transcending our limited mortal selfish kind of conception of love. There is no real dedication. Even the dedication is there. It's also conditional dedication. I dedicate, you must dedicate to me. If I don't see you are dedicating to me, I also don't dedicate. Go away. Gone. But in the world of unconditional loving dedication, loving devotion to Krishna, such type of limited contracts not there. Once it is said, once it is committed, I am yours. Period. I am eternally yours. O Lord, I am fully belonging to you. I am yours. But immediately, I have no qualification to claim you are mine. That comes on the very high stage. But first of all, the very nature of Sharanagati, way of Sharanagati, the nature of dedication should be, I am yours. Everything belonging to me is belonging to you. I repeat, everything, O my beloved Lord, my beloved Master, my beloved Lord, everything belonging to me, fully belonging to you. Because I myself, fully belonging to you. So anything owned by me, all my belongings also automatically fully belonging to you. Factually, whatever I am thinking I am the owner of, originally belonging to you. This is my limited concept. I am thinking I am the owner. I am the owner of all these things. They are belonging to me. So now I am offering my belonging to you. Where the very truth in the first place that nothing is belonging to me actually. So many things I think it's belonging to me already. They were belonging to other persons in the past. Now I am belonging them, owning them. In future, they will same thing will be owned by others. So it's not the real concept that I am the owner, real owner. So you are the real owner. So at some point, the pure devotees, the qualified devotees realize, so although I am thinking, I am offering everything of mine to the Supreme Lord. But actually those things which are offering to Him, He is the original owner. So I am offering His things to Him. But this is a good role of mine, that actually I am collecting His things, which is already owned by Him. Simply I am playing some role, instrumental role, playing that role of collecting His things, accumulating in my hand, with me, and then offering back, offering to Him, like the way some small children babies, small children, in a sporting way, collecting many things of their already belonging to their parents, and making their handful, coming, running to the parents, I'm giving to you. Parents take, oh mother, take it. Father, take it. He is thinking, oh, I have collected my things, and I am now offering, lovingly offering to my mother or father. Nice mood. But, yes, but child doesn't understand, it doesn't belong to me. When they grow up, then they know of the truth. Oh, yes, my parents' things, I was accumulating, coming running to mother and father and giving them. And they are so happy to accept the presentation. But what we are presenting? My parents' things. Same parents' things we are presenting back to the parents. Similar way. But it's a very good feeling. It's a personal love feeling. So when the child does that, lovingly giving to the parents. In a similar way, devotees also. Everything's belonging to the Supreme Owner. Devotees can feel in a lovingly claimful way, lovingly claiming way, because I have been born and brought up under this time, place, situation. So these things temporarily, even for the time being, belonging to me, I'm thinking they are my belongings. Naturally, in order to live our lives, we always consider these are mine, that is yours, these are mine, that is his or theirs. So, in this way, we are living in a relative way, the relative conceptions in a practical field. Okay, we don't consider about everything from the absolute plane of the viewing. Forget about who is the absolute owner. So we have that kind of impression, that kind of conception and impressions, and then at some point we feel, I am offering, I am dedicating, offering this in the service to my Lord. Very nice feelings. It's a personal way, like a baby, like a child, so happily offering things to the parents. And parents also enjoying it. Yes. And their loving children offering something to them, presenting. They're relishing it. Similar way, the Supreme Owner, who is the factual Supreme Owner of everything what we are offering to Him, also relishes that because of the personal love relationship. Not that He created something separate what I didn't have, okay, and then giving me something new what I didn't have before. No, but He takes the mood mostly. He enjoys, relishes the pure mood of the love, loving emotion of giving something to Him, presenting something in love. So back to the point, that way. Although everything is ultimately belonging, originally all are owned by the Supreme Owner, Krishna. Yet, when in a relative way, when the devotees feel, my Lord, whatever is belonging to me, whatever is mine, all is yours. Because I am yours. I am yours, so anything which is mine, all yours, automatically yours. Feelings, love feelings of the such beautiful, wonderful feelings of giving the valuable things of his life or her life to the Lord, offering those valuable things of his or her life to the Lord in the service mood. And Lord enjoys that, feels so happy to accept that. Accepting the love feelings, loving emotion, objectively and subjectively. Accepting that and tasting it, relishing it, and feeling so happy. Devotee is happy, Lord is happy. Devotee is so much happy by giving, with so much love, offering everything of his life or her life to the beloved Lord with so much love. And Lord is also so happy to be accepting the loving gifts, loving offerings from his, her or her devotees. Okay, and enjoys it. Leela. That happens in more Leela way. Through intimate love relationships of the Supreme Lord and the beloved servitors, devoted servitors. That is the life of Sharanagati. So back to the point, it's not exactly like helpless, without any sense of helpless surrender. It's not exactly like helpless surrender, like weakness, without any sense of responsibility. I don't know what to do, how to do. I don't know how to take decision. All is yours. So you are the Lord of making all decision, all planning. I have nothing to do. I don't know. It's a helpless surrender. It's not that kind of surrender. It is more dedication, devotion. If I am not there, who will be devotee? Who is going to dedicate? So, myself is still maintained, but in submissive mode. It's not the surrendered with nothingness. I have surrendered, I don't know anything. I have nothing to do. No. So, how to understand? Often we say surrendering. Sometimes devotees are confused. How to surrender? If I surrender, which way? Surrendering everything, then I cannot know what to do. I don't know really what to do. It has to be done by my Lord. So that kind of conception comes. So it is not that kind of surrender, but rather it's more devotional. It is more devotion, devoting.
With a positive thing.
Dedication, yes. Yes. With humility, with submissiveness. A dedication must have that, otherwise nobody can dedicate. If there is no humility, there is no submissiveness, there will be no concept of dedication or devotion in the first place. So, Amito Tomar. The very mood will be, I am yours. Lord, everything of mine is yours, I am yours. You can make use of me the way you want. I am prepared. I am fully prepared, so lovingly prepared. I am so lovingly prepared, very happily, joyfully prepared to be used by you, to be utilized by you for your pleasure. Please make the best use of me for your pleasure, for your enjoyment, for your satisfaction. The more I will be used by you, more I will be utilized in your service, for your satisfaction, for your enjoyment, I know automatically in return I will be receiving more happiness, more divine love ecstasy, being enjoyed by my Supreme Beloved Lord. So there is a great experience of great ecstasy and blissfulness in that loving dedication. The more one can lovingly dedicate oneself, lovingly devote oneself in the service of the Supreme Beloved Lord, to make him enjoy, make him or her enjoy, to give pleasure, the more that devotee, one who is dedicating, receives pleasure. That's how the love relationship works. The more you make your beloved enjoy by your loving dedication, the more you enjoy also. The more you also receive so much happiness by making your beloved happy. That's the way it works. Reciprocative way. So it is difficult to say who enjoys the highest ecstasy and bliss, the Supreme Enjoyer, Beloved Lord, or who is being supremely enjoyed. Being supremely enjoyed by the Supreme Enjoyer brings an unlimited experience of happiness and blissfulness in the life of this devotee who is being enjoyed. In order to be supremely enjoyed by the Supreme Enjoyer requires a great fortune. Cannot be received in small fortune. You know, on the mundane level, enjoyer means, one who is enjoying, he is enjoying everything, the other one is being more used, kind of exploited. But on the transcendental level, highest, beautiful, divine level of dedication, loving devotion, the conception is completely transcendental to this limited concept of enjoyment of the material world. On the transcendental plane of perfection, on the highest transcendental plane of all divine fulfillment, ecstatic fulfillment, the way it works, the more you become enjoyed by the divine beloved enjoyer, the more you receive nectarine bliss, nectarine ecstasy, ecstatic love in your life. That's how it works. Cannot but be. Therefore, even while in the last verse of the Sikshastakam, when Mahaprabhu is saying, the last verse of the Sikshastakam, Aslishava Padaratam, Pinostumam Adarsanan, Marmahatang Karotuba, Bas Yatha Tathava Vidadhatulam Patu, Mat Pranonatostu Saibana Para. The in-depth meanings of such verse cannot be realized at all through our materially limited concept. In that verse, it is said, Aslishava Padoratang Pinostumam, whether, O my beloved Lord, whether you lovingly embrace me, or being bit displeased with my inadequate service, inadequate love service, if you trample me down by your feet, so whether you lovingly embrace me, or sometimes you trample me under your feet, trample me, trample under your feet, having some sort of demand and apparently being rude with me, and whether lovingly embrace me, taking me to your heart, close to your heart, bosom, or trampling me down under your feet, I know my beloved Lord, and I even enjoy that. I enjoy that much more than you avoid me. That will be real hellish experience for me if I know my beloved Lord avoiding me, not having any relation. But if you become rude with me, trampling me down under your feet, that also brings so much joy that you are connected with me. You are still relating with me. And being trampled by your lotus feet is a great joy, great achievement, nectarine, another kind of nectarine achievement in my life. Not just being embraced by you, not just I have nectarine, blissful feelings by embraced by you, but also being trampled by you, by your lotus feet. That is also my shelter. You are supremely beautiful, beloved Lord. How can you do something which is not nice? Supreme beautiful Lord, supremely kind Lord cannot be really rude, cannot be really be unkind. So even you're trampling me down under your feet, also you're another way of doing great justice to me, being so kind with me, another way of having some love claim over me. Not only you are my beloved Lord, my master, beloved master, I am also your beloved servitor, so you have got all right over me. Embracing me, also trampling down under your feet. And the conception of getting trampled down by Krishna's lotus feet, completely transcendental to the mundane concept of rude behavior. You know? See? So, the devotees, most fortunate devotees who even received that fortune of being trampled down by Krishna's lotus feet, they consider, I'm so fortunate. They enjoy. And they become so thankful, full of gratitude to the beloved Lord for trampling down. To understand what transcendental love relationship is that. Appears to be rude. Krishna becoming so rude, so unkind with his own devotees, trampling down under his feet. Because that is another way of nectarine pastimes, Leela between beloved Lord and beloved servitor, where servitor feels so much pleasure, so much pleasure and bliss to be trampled down by the beloved Lord under the lotus feet, Lord's lotus feet. But on the other hand, they cannot tolerate the fact if Lord avoids, becomes aloof. That cannot they tolerate. That brings so much pain to their heart. He said in that verse, Aslishava padoratang pinostumam. To that extent, very okay. But adarshanan marmohatang karotuva, that is intolerable pain. Well, when you go away from me, I do not see you anymore. I do not have your darshan anymore. I cannot see you anymore. I cannot feel you anymore. You are avoiding me. You become aloof from me. That makes me. That brings inexplicable pain, unlimited pain in my heart, pain of separation. You kill me. You are really killing me, become so unkind to me, so cruel to me if you do that. If you do that, my Lord, you are trampling me down. You are so-called rude way trampling me down because of some tantrum, because of some love tantrum, more loving expectation from me, trampling me down under your feet. That is so nice. That is so beautiful for me because you are still relating with me in that lovingly claiming way from me. You become a bit dissatisfied. You become so dissatisfied you did not get enough love service from me. You become a bit angry with me, dissatisfied. You are trampling me down. It is also another way of caring, showing great care towards me. You are relating with me with claim, so much claim. Therefore, you are reciprocating with me. Okay, responding to me in that way. Okay? This is so beautiful. Thank you so much. This is so wonderful. This is so wonderful to be trampled down by you, but don't avoid me. Although sometimes Supreme Lord, in order to create the mood of vipralambha prem, extreme love, manifesting in extreme pain through extreme pain of separation. So although you also create that scope in our lives, actually Srimati Radharani is saying that to Krishna, the last verse, the meanings, all the esoteric meanings of the last verse of Shikshastakam is none other than the vipralambha mood of Srimati Radharani. Intense, loving devotion of Srimati Radharani towards Krishna. And Mahaprabhu was chanting and singing that verse, completely absorbed in the mood of Srimati Radhika. Like the way it manifested in the Brahmara Gita. You know? Brahmara Gita in Srimad Bhagavatam. Seeing the bumblebee, Srimati Radha Thakurani began to express her heart. So Guru, in the language of Guru Maharaj, some nectarine volcano erupting from the heart of Srimati Radhika. Why he compared with the volcano? So much burning of pain of separation is there in the heart of Srimati Radharani. Volcanic eruption. Brahmara Gita is one aspect of the volcanic love eruption from the heart of Srimati Radharani and Braja Gopis. Burning love. But there's inexplicable kind of happiness in that also. Cannot be understood through limited mundane concept. Nobody can have it on this mundane plane. So how can one understand? We can only have some little idea, glimpse of idea towards that. That can also be very joyful. Okay, but we cannot actually comprehend, realize that. Only can have some glimpse, idea. Somewhat like can through our limited analogy, we can express something like hurting good. There is a saying in the world of massaging, some of the acupressure massage, hurting good. In the process of massaging is hurting, but say, feels so good. But while hurting, so in the love, happiness of love fell through extreme pain of separation with Krishna. It's hurting extremely good. Guru Maharaj explained. Quoting from the English poets, songs are those, sweetest songs are those that tell of saddest things. Our sweetest songs are those that tell us of saddest things. Like watching a tragic movie, crying and crying, watching a very tragic movie, but you cannot come away, cannot give up watching. Some happiness is there. Why you can't give up watching? If you are crying so much, hurting you so much, you just give up watching, stop watching. No, still watching and crying, still continue to be watching. Attraction is there. These are some simple, limited examples. These examples cannot really explain in complete sense what it is like. What kind of transcendental happiness is there in the love pain with Krishna, painful love with Krishna. Not apparently ecstatic love, because it's not union. It's not the love felt through the bliss of union, but through the pain of separation from Krishna. But still, there's some painful happiness. Transcendentally pain-giving happiness. Like what happens even on the mundane plane when two are in intense love with each other. They cry and have so much loving claim for each other, cry and lovingly demanding, but they cannot go away from each other. They will lovingly cry and even hurt each other little bit, okay, out of waves of emotion, okay, have so much intense fighting, romantic fighting, not really harming fighting, they don't want to harm each other, but it happens through tantram, great tantram, due to extreme loving emotions. But they cannot live their life without each other. They cannot live without each other. There is some happiness in that kind of crying and patting each other. So some glimpse we can see here and there, or even on the mundane plane. Then what to speak more of the transcendental realizations of what kind of happiness, bliss is derived even from the extreme painful love of Krishna. Love pain with Krishna. Sometimes Guru Varga also gave examples taking from the mundane level when someone falls in love in the first time. So sometimes so much romantic descriptions, poetries and romantic descriptions are found in the mundane literature. it creates pain in the heart. It breaks the heart. It's heartbreakingly beautiful experience. I repeat, heartbreakingly beautiful experience. For each other. They want to see each other, be with each other. They cannot wait. They become impatient. All the time they are absorbed in thinking of each other, doing other things, other works. But at the back of mind, always they're thinking of each other because they became beloved. So they're so attracted to each other. And when they cannot see each other, they cannot come in connection with each other. They feel pain. It becomes painful to them. And we have heard they lose sleep, they cannot sleep properly, they lose their hunger, they cannot eat properly, they cannot sleep properly, being thrilled in some new awakenment of great love, falling in love, falling in intense love for each other. So, is it really painful? It is painful, but there is some happiness in that. So much happiness, some bliss they derive from that, love pains. Then what to speak more of, the quality of love, the bliss experience, some blissful experience in the extreme painful separation with Krishna. Gaur Haribo. So, loving dedication, Sharanagati is connected to that world. So far we have discussed. It's not just, okay, Supreme Lord, my Lord, I have got this and this, I have got all these things. I respectfully offer to you. You accept my service. That is better than nothing. But there are different levels of Sharanagati, loving dedication. In the primary casual level of everyday offering, casual ways of offering in the service to the Lord, feeling some happiness. Okay, here I'm offering. I have no time. I have to go out now. Okay, so I have to run to do many things. Take, my Lord, take. Please eat these foods. Okay, take this. My offering, I offer you. No, I have to go. You'll understand it. Please, kindly. I have to take care of your family life. I have dedicated my family to you. I need to do duties. So, Supreme Lord also enjoys that. When devotees are acting with that quality of offering in service, far better than not doing that. Okay, much better, far better than not offering anything, just living a gross mundane life without Krishna consciousness. But again, back to that is primary level of our devotional offering, dedication. There's deeper and higher level of dedication, love dedication. There we feel more joy, more loving emotion while we are doing the offerings. While we are offering our things and ourselves in the service of my beloved Lord, it is done with more loving emotion, loving mood, not in a primary level of more casual way. Kanishta Bhakti, Madhyama Bhakti, medium level of the devotion, devotional feelings. And higher than that, Uttama level. Uttama Adhikara, loving dedication. Wow. There, devotees, the offerers, the givers, the dedicators, I'm creating new English words. The dedicators, the devoters, one who are, those devotees making the offering, do that so much feelings of love, intense love feelings. Sometimes, in that Ragomargo way, they lose their external sense. Therefore, we see some sort of beautiful lila, wonderful lila, while between Sharbari Ramachandra, Vidur and Krishna. You know that pastime. Once Krishna went to the house of the Vidura. All of a sudden Krishna appeared. He went to the residence of Vidura and said, and Vidura, as soon as he saw beloved Lord Krishna, as soon as Vidura saw Lord Krishna, so unexpected happiness, he became overwhelmed. He became so overwhelmed with joy and pleasure. For a moment, he did not know what to do. Became so overwhelmed, almost lost his external normalcy, normal ways. Love struck. Not just wonder-struck because of happiest surprise. His heart got love-struck. And for some moments he did not know how to welcome Lord, how to relate, how to serve. At some point Krishna said, I am feeling hungry. Feed me something immediately. Yes, my Lord. Yes, be sitting here. All yours. All yours. Got his beloved Lord seated. Then there's some bananas, fruits. He was not prepared to feed Krishna. Only some bananas were there. So, he started peeling the banana. Somehow washed the bananas, peeling up the banana and trying to feed Krishna. What he was doing, he was feeding Krishna the peels of banana and throwing aside the real banana and putting inside the mouth the peels of banana. And at that moment, his wife came, and she was also overwhelmed by having a darshan of beloved Lord. But she did not lose external consciousness. She was seeing, my husband is putting banana peels in the mouth of Krishna, and Krishna was chewing. He was putting, and Krishna was very ecstatically, with so much bliss, pleasure, Krishna was chewing and tasting it, and putting away the banana fruits. Then he drew the attention, what you are doing? My husband, what you are doing? What am I doing? You are putting in the mouth of Lord banana peels. Oh my God, Krishna, it's you. You are responsible. You made me so overwhelmed that I could not serve you. I was not being able to serve you properly. Who to blame? Anyway, then, thank you. I am grateful to you that you woke me up. And Krishna was just smiling. Krishna was just lovingly smiling at him. Krishna said, I was tasting your banana peel so much. Krishna was he was not tasting anything. He was actually tasting the love. Whether in the form of banana peels or banana fruit. And Krishna looked at Vidur's wife, I was tasting the love of my devotee, overwhelming condition, and now you brought him to the sense. Okay, so it was a sweet Leela. Then, thereafter, he begged forgiveness from Krishna, and also accused Krishna for putting him in that position, being so overwhelmed with some love ecstasy that he was not being able to serve Krishna. He was doing that. And then he started feeding him real banana. Krishna tasted both, because Krishna was actually tasting his love, Vidura's unlimited, limitless love. Okay, enjoying it unlimitedly. See, when after a long time, when Sharbari got the darshan of Ramachandra, you know that factual story. Sharbari was waiting and waiting, intensely longing for that day, for that moment when her beloved Lord Ramachandra will appear before her in the forest ashrama and accept her service as becoming the Antarjami, becoming the omniscient Lord knowing the heart of his devotees, becoming the Lord supreme knower of everything, especially the hearts of his devotees. Ramachandra with Lakshmana, Radha Krishna, by narrating, tastefully narrating the divine glories and qualities and beauty of Krishna Radhika, by contemplating, meditating, engaging in love services, having loving exchanges between the devotees, like-minded devotees. Dadati pratigrihinati gujyamakrati prichhati bhunkti bhojayati chaiva sarvidhanga pritilakshanam from upadeshamritam. Then, by all means, by any means, by all means, putting our mind and heart, trying to engage our mind and heart in relation with Krishna. Trying, utmost trying with the best of sincerity. Then at some point, automatic likings, automatic devotional feelings will appear in our heart. It will inspire us to engage in loving service. It will happen. Just as you know, you all the good-hearted devotees, all beautiful devotees are feeling some joy and happiness to hear about this Krishna Katha today. I know you are all feeling some happiness, relishing. So this is the sign. Relishing means you are feeling spirit of dedication. Right now you are having some nice feelings of loving devotion to hear about the beloved Krishna, Lord, Srimati Radharani, that you are appreciating. Such way, such engagement in Sankirtana, such mood is behind the cultivation of loving dedication, Sharanagati. Through chanting and singing divine glories, narrating with others, having reciprocative istagoshti, reading from the books, describing about the glories of divine couple, sharing, mutually sharing about the nectarine bhava for divine couple between the devotees, with love and care, sharing with each other how you are tasting, how she is tasting, he is tasting, getting together in Krishna family, in Ishtagoshti, time to time getting together and engage in nectarine discussions, in devotional discussions, blissful discussions about Krishna, Radhika. These are the ways to cultivate our loving dedication, Sharanagati. In brief, I can be quoting many verses from the Holy Scriptures, but right now no more time. Maybe we can stop and taste some prasadam. Hare Krishna.